So Jesus asks his disciples, and I'm going to paraphrase a little bit here. What are you hearing out there among the people? How are they describing me? Who do they think that I am? Right? What are you guys hearing out there? And he got answers that were possibly designed to be flattering, right? Well, some say you're John the Baptist. Others say Elijah. And still others, Jesus, say you're Jeremiah or one of the other prophets. In other words, you're doing great, Jesus. People compare you to the greatest. You are being held in the highest regard. But of course, Jesus didn't care about that, right? Because his ego wasn't involved in what other people thought about him. So he dug a little bit deeper in his questioning to his followers. Well, that's all well and good. But who do you say that I am? What about you? Now, Scripture doesn't build this in, but I kind of hear a really long pause, like, before Simon Peter finally answers with, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Well done, Padawan. As Matthew continues with the story in chapter 16, we learn that Jesus rewards Simon Peter by saying, "And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church." Jesus calls him Peter because he understands that Jesus is, as we just sang, the anointed one, right? The Messiah. Simon Peter states what the others couldn't quite put into words. And because of his answer, Jesus hopes that Peter will be instrumental in continuing to grow the numbers of people who have an renewed understanding of God. Renewed, not the God of the Old Testament, but instead a New Testament vision. A New Testament vision that defines God as love. A God that sees all of his creation as equally important and worthy of grace, forgiveness, compassion, good treatment, respect. Jesus wasn't asking Peter to start a denomination. He didn't want a denomination structured on hierarchy and middlemen. Jesus didn't model leadership on a top-down authority. No, the disciples experienced a model of leadership from Jesus that more closely resembled a shared leadership model. Jesus modeled that all of creation is equally important. And Peter's answer to Jesus' question, "Who do you say that I am?" showed that Peter had learned, and he had learned well. So what did Jesus mean when he said, "On this rock I will build my church"? Well, there's some interesting, archaic wordplay going on here. Remember that Jesus said, "I tell you that you are Peter." The name Peter in Greek means rock or stone. And then Jesus says, "On this rock," meaning Peter, possibly, "I will build my church." Right? A little double entendre going on there, a little wordplay. Jesus trusted in Peter. But just as the name Peter means rock in Greek, the word church does not mean a building. In Greek, the word church means an assembly of people. Those who are called out. Now, Kurt is going to spend the next few weeks talking about the church. In its true meaning, the church is not about a building. It's about us. I am the church. You are the church. We are the church together. All who follow Jesus, all around the world. Yes, we're the church together. And as important it is to know who the church is, an assembly of people, maybe it's equally important to consider why the church is. Welcome to worship. We are so glad you're here.